Welcome to the Eczema Warrior podcast. I'm your host, Julia Chen. I'm here to help you heal your eczema naturally so you can finally live your best damn life. Many years ago in my own eczema healing journey, I was stuck and confused on how to heal my skin. Fast forward to today, after many lessons learned and lots of trial and error, I am now living my best life and traveling the world with clearer skin. If you're an eczema or TSW warrior who desires a life of food freedom and is wanting to heal your skin without steroids while using mindset and manifestation as a tool, you're in the right place. Now let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm actually recording this episode in my closet at the moment because I realized that there's a bit of background noise when I'm recording my podcast episodes. And actually, I just purchased a microphone and I'm so freaking excited to use it because I've been recording my podcast on my phone over the past year and a half now because I've been traveling and I haven't had a chance to get a microphone. But now that I'm back in Canada, I told myself that I would upgrade all of my equipment, and so I got a really nice microphone. I'm going to be picking it up this week, and in next week's episode, it's going to be a completely different recording setup, and I'm so freaking excited. I cannot wait, you guys. I mentioned in previous episodes that I'll be using this microphone and doing video recordings, so we are taking our podcast to the next level, guys. We're freaking doing it. And so for now, I want to record somewhere where it's quieter, and obviously the closet is going to be my best bet for now. So before we get into the episode, I'm just going to do a quick little life update. So I just got back from my 2-week trip in London, England. I kept it pretty low-key because I didn't really do too much in London. I actually didn't see a lot of the main tourist attractions because if you guys know me, I love to travel, but I don't always like to do a lot of the touristy stuff. So I saw Big Ben, I saw the Tower Bridge, I walked around central London, had a Guinness, went for food, did all those things. And I actually went to a little town called Brighton, which is an hour and a half drive from central London, and spent the day there. So that was really nice. I do plan on going back there at some point soon so that I can explore the rest of London. 2 weeks definitely wasn't enough considering that I was also working as well. Now I'm back home again to Canada, and I'll be spending the next few weeks here because I mentioned in my previous episodes that my best friend is getting married. We have a bridal shower coming up, the actual wedding. I'm the bridesmaid, so lots of things to do when it comes to that. And then I have a couple trips coming up and a conference actually in the next few months. And so I'm excited to share some things from there as well. More importantly for you guys, next week's episode, new podcast equipment is going to be the best quality you're ever going to hear because I literally got like the best microphone on the market. All the content creators, the famous podcasters use this microphone. It's the Shure MV7 Plus microphone. I believe it came out earlier this year. There's actually different versions of this microphone. There's the SM7B, which is I think what Joe Rogan uses for his podcast, but I got the MV7 Plus. So stay tuned for next week's episode to hear the differences. Okay, so let's get into today's episode. We're on episode 75 of the podcast. We're talking about how to heal adrenal fatigue with food and supplements. In last week's episode, I talked about what adrenal fatigue is, what your adrenals actually do, and the most common symptoms of adrenal fatigue. So if you haven't listened to the episode yet and you want to know a little bit more about adrenal fatigue and if it applies to you, then definitely listen to episode 74 before listening to this one. When it comes to healing adrenal fatigue with food and supplements, there are certain nutrients that you want to be getting from both. Some of the best foods that are good for your adrenals are typically foods that contain vitamin C, B vitamins, and magnesium. Foods that are high in vitamin C include citrus fruits, so for example, oranges and grapefruit. You can also get lots of vitamin C in berries, so blueberries, raspberries, blackberries are also packed with vitamin C. So getting lots of that in your diet regularly is going to be supportive of your adrenal health. You'll also find vitamin C in vegetables as well. For example, broccoli is a high source of vitamin C, so are peppers and Brussels sprouts. So when you're getting lots of plant-based foods in your diet, then you typically should be getting lots of vitamin C in your diet as well. Foods that are high in B vitamins are also important for your adrenals. So, for example, leafy greens such as spinach and kale are rich in B vitamins, and also foods that contain protein. Basically, your meats, chicken, turkey, poultry, seafood also has B vitamins, so does eggs as well. So you're getting lots of B vitamins in meats. Good quality meats is really important here. And you also need to meet your protein needs when you're trying to heal your adrenals. So you're getting B vitamins into your diet, but you're also meeting your proteins from eating good quality meat, because these proteins provide amino acids, which is important for hormones and for your adrenals. Getting lots of omega-3s in your diet is also crucial here. So omega-3 rich foods are usually found in fatty fish. Salmon, mackerel, trout are some examples of fatty fish. You can also get omega-3s from plant-based sources. So for those of you who are vegan or vegetarian, you can get omega-3s from flax seeds, chia seeds. Walnuts are also rich in omega-3s as well. Essentially, it's just getting lots of variety in your diet, trying to avoid restricting if you don't need to. And the other thing I want to mention too is coffee. I know a lot of us love coffee. I personally love coffee. I have it every day. But the problem with coffee when it comes to your adrenals is that it can overwork your adrenals if you drink too much of it. What caffeine does is that it actually stimulates your nervous system and triggers the release of certain hormones that leads to your body remaining in a fight or flight response. If you're someone who is already stressed and you have a high stress lifestyle, your body is already in fight or flight. If you also drink a lot of coffee and have a lot of caffeine in your day-to-day, this is going to further exacerbate the fight or flight response and causing more inflammation in the body, because of course, when your body is in fight or flight, you're going to be in a constant state of inflammation. Having regular caffeine consumption actually can lead to elevated cortisol levels. And as we talked about in the previous episode, having a stable release of cortisol is normal under stress, under normal stress. But once stress becomes chronic, then that's when cortisol levels remain elevated, leading to chronic elevation, and this can cause adrenal fatigue, cause more inflammation, cause more flare-ups, cause itching. And so you can see how this can become a cycle if we don't, first of all, regulate our nervous system so we can bring down a fight or flight response, but also be mindful of the amount of caffeine you're drinking. This is why I say for my clients who are caffeine addicts or they need to rely on it to stay awake, to survive in the morning, and they also have a very high stress lifestyle, I highly recommend cutting caffeine out or at least reducing the amount that you're drinking in the day. When it comes to food and beverages in general, it's all about balance, right? If you can eat a balanced diet and have the right nutrients in your food, avoiding processed food as much as possible, this is going to be the recipe to help your adrenals and healing. You do have to watch your diet and what you eat on a daily basis, watching out for sugar, making sure you're not eating too much of it. But at the same time, you guys know how I approach healing. I want you to live your life and be able to enjoy and have the foods that you want, allowing yourself to indulge and have fun, but also be more mindful of the foods that you're also eating on a regular basis. The 70-30 rule is commonly what I recommend my clients. 70% of your diet is generally pretty good. And then the 30%, if you need to go out, have fun, indulge, drink alcohol, that's not going to be a problem on your adrenals and your overall health. Okay, so that's the food piece. Now moving on to supplements. My number one supplement of all time, and there's a lot of research behind this particular supplement, particular herb, in supporting your adrenals, in reducing cortisol levels, and that is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is an herb. It's often used in Ayurvedic medicine, plant-based medicine, and what it does is it helps your body balance cortisol levels. And it helps your body also improve your response to stress. Ashwagandha is also really good for energy and stamina. So if you're someone experiencing fatigue because of stress, then ashwagandha can be really good for that. It's also really good for sleep because ashwagandha has the effect of reducing cortisol levels and improving your stress response. It's ultimately going to help you reduce stress and anxiety. So if you're someone who struggles with sleep at night, taking ashwagandha can be helpful for that. Other supplements that are really good for adrenals are B vitamins. I always recommend taking a comprehensive B vitamin supplement because they work synergistically, meaning they actually function better when they're taken together rather than individually. So when I'm prescribing supplements, I hardly ever prescribe one form of vitamin B. I won't just prescribe vitamin B5. The only time that we'll do that if there is a deficiency in a particular B vitamin, like B12. Some people are deficient in B12 because of their diet. Maybe they're vegan or vegetarian and they're not getting enough B12 in their diet. B vitamins are great for nervous system support. In particular, vitamin B5 is really great for helping produce certain adrenal hormones, including cortisol. The next supplement that's really great for your adrenals, but also your overall stress is, I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this mineral, and that is magnesium. Magnesium, also known as the relaxation mineral, helps to also regulate your cortisol levels. It helps to prevent excess release of cortisol in response to stress. Magnesium comes in different forms. Most absorbable form of magnesium is magnesium glycinate. If you're someone who experiences more constipation or you lean towards constipation, then magnesium citrate might be the better option. I typically like to take magnesium in a powder. I mix it in a glass of water. I like to drink it a couple hours before I go to bed. Okay, and the last two supplements for supporting your adrenals are probiotics and multivitamin. As we know, your gut is linked to every system in your body, your hormones, your adrenals, your nervous system, your cognitive function. And so when you want to heal your adrenals, you're also working on your gut health, meaning the proper foods and the right supplements. Probiotics are good bacteria that your gut needs in order to thrive. So making sure that you're taking a good quality probiotic to support your gut health is going to be critical in the healing of your adrenals, but also all of your other symptoms that you might be experiencing as well. That being said, like any supplement, it is not the end-all be-all, meaning you take this probiotic that you're going to miraculously feel better, right? You have to make sure that your root causes are being addressed, you're taking the right probiotic and the right strains, and the quality of the probiotic as well. So having a practitioner assess your case and choose the right supplement for you is going to be the most effective. If you need help with that and you want more support when it comes to your supplements, you can definitely reach out to me through email at hello@juliachen.ca, or you can DM me on Instagram as well. And of course, multivitamins are also important for your body. Nowadays, we don't get enough nutrients from our food, which is why we need to supplement with good quality multivitamins. Your adrenals also needs multivitamins in order to function at its optimal level. So taking a good quality multivitamin with all of the main nutrients is also going to be beneficial for the health of your adrenals. Even though you're taking B vitamins, you also want to take a multivitamin because B vitamins don't actually contain all of the vitamins that a multivitamin would. Vitamin C, D, E, for example, are vitamins that you would find in a multivitamin in comparison to a B vitamin, which are strictly just B vitamins. That's what I have for today's episode. I hope you found it helpful in terms of what foods to eat to help support your adrenals, the impact of caffeine and processed foods, and how you want to be more careful when it comes to those things, and some supplements to consider. If you need help with healing your skin, eczema, TSW, gut health, stress and burnout, I specialize in those areas. I've seen hundreds of clients with these conditions, and I would love to support you if you're feeling stuck. You can apply for my coaching programs in the show notes below. There's my Clear Eczema program. That's my signature program for healing eczema and TSW. If you don't have eczema or TSW and you want support for other inflammatory conditions and symptoms, then there's another link in the show notes to apply. And yeah, I look forward to reviewing your application. And I also look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode where I will be recording on a freaking brand new microphone. I'm so excited. All right, guys. Love you guys so much. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Now, before I let you go, I want to let you know I have this amazing eczema visualization. This visualization has helped me so much when it comes to manifesting eczema healing flares faster than I can ever imagine, reducing the itch, and just feeling great in my body. This is the exact same visualization I use for my own healing as well as my clients' healing as well. And if you want to receive this visualization, then all you have to do is leave us a review and tell us what you think about the podcast. Screenshot it, send it to your email at hello@juliachin.ca, and you will receive the visualization to your inbox. I look forward to seeing your review, and we will see you in the next episode.